Good evening there, ladies and gentlemen. This is White Lightning welcoming you back to Space Engineers. It has been a while since my last episode. I really do apologize for that. Grad school be how grad school is, and I have been super busy the last couple of weeks, but I'm finally making the time to sit down and record a couple of episodes. If you enjoy the content, make sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And also let me know what you think. Do appreciate the comments previous people have left on suggestions for the channel. Somebody mentioned the nanobot drill and fill system is like a build and repair only for drilling and extracting both ores and also stone, so that might be something I look into in the future. But for now, you can see I've got my super swanky modded assault rifle. I can't remember the name of the mod actually, but this is the assault rifle from the modded weapon that I have in my mod list, which is linked down below in the description of the video. But let's go ahead. As you guys can see, I'm standing here on the little landing platform, and I've made some changes to the base. I've done what I said I was going to do, and have made some serious upgrades to Minnow base here. So I will, to start off the video, walk you guys through those upgrades and show you what's going on. We still have the landing pad out here with its non-OSHA approved lack of rails and safety railings and stuff like that, but I'm okay with that for now. You know, screw the state, something like that. I did use the little truss blocks to make kind of a bridge to come out here, and I think it looks pretty slick actually. But if we walk over here, we can now get to this airlock area, and this is a little screen that shows us the stats for the solar alignment. I just think it's cool to have something going here on this external screen, something dynamically updating. It makes sense for it to be close to the solar panels, I thought as well. But then if we just enter this airlock here, now we're inside, and if you guys watch my face here, magic, huh? Look at that. We are pressurized in here. This is the formerly the crater, which is really loud by these refineries. Holy smokes, we now got 3 refineries up and running. This is the original crater that I landed in. Ended up moving the large cargo container back here to this corner. But yeah, now everything in here is pressurized and functioning as I intended it to, as kind of the main industrial hub, with the historic Minnow still operating as the core of the base, and actually as my only spawn point still is that survival kit, which we will maybe start working on this episode. We'll see. Yeah, we got the survival kit here. I'll go ahead and grab some juice from that. Yeah, I'm almost out of energy, so this is a good thing to be doing here. And then, yeah, that's pretty much the only change I've made, besides putting a few other weapons on the around the perimeter of the base. And if I just pop into the spectator cam mode here, so you guys can get a real good view of the outside, this is what our dome is looking like now. It's nice silver and red and gray pressurized area. That antenna will end up moving when I get an actual a bigger structure built over on that side, which is what we're going to start working on today. But yeah, I am pretty pleased. Here's that more defenses that I was talking about to kind of cover this side of the base, which I think should be really good. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how things are working out so far. So let's go ahead and hop back in, and I guess let's just hop straight into it. Like I say, I was wanting to get going. Also, I have this slick button here that pressurizes and depressurizes the entire room, and I've got multiple vents because this is just a really large space to pressurize, but it's actually working really well. Anyway, today we need to work a little bit more on this half of the base here. We just kind of have it open to space, as you can see here. I need to wall this off, and another thing that I was wanting to do is currently, let's see, where are we going? Oh yeah, here's the little programmable block that's running the solar script, and it's actually the modded NPC crew. So I have a little guy standing here running my solar, and I put him down by the power because I thought it made sense for you know, the power room guy to be monitoring and being in charge of the solar tower up there. So that's kind of cool. We can put more of those down as needed. The first thing I'm wanting to do is, this gravity generator is not central enough for what I want to be going on here in the base. Oh, and I'm going to climb the really slow ladder. I'm happy that we have ladders, and well, maybe I have loaded in the modded ladders, I don't know, but I really like the animation for the vanilla ladders, so I'm going to keep it for now. But anyway, as I was saying, the gravity generator just is not beefy enough for us. It's clear over there. It's not reaching over to my landing pad area over in that direction, and so whoa, and now I forget now that I have no gravity. It's super awkward to try to get around. Huh, super nice. So I'm thinking of punching a hole. Let's see which one of these is the light in right here, and putting in instead a door, and this door will lead to a very small room, and all this room is going to do is be a gravity generator room. That's all it's going to have to do. So to start off with, I'm thinking we need the... Oh man, I've lost all my passageway blocks. Let's get the lighted passage. Enclosed lighted passage is what we want. Enclosed lighted passage. There we go. Let's get that, and let's grab our gray, but we're also going to make this a nice silver color here on the inside, and we'll just get our default. Yeah, we'll just get the. Oh, where's the? There's one where it's just 2 bits. Let's find that. Lighted passage. It's like this one. Lighted passage extension. Lighted enclosed passage extension. That's the one I want right here. Wait. Yes, you. Just the top and the bottom to lock into here. I need interior plate. That's aggravating. Why do I not have interior plate kicking around in my inventory? I guess let's fly out to the cargo area and do a little bit of inventory management. Hope everybody's been having a good couple of weeks. It's been a while since I checked in. If you're doing okay, sound off in the comments. If you're not doing okay, make sure to sound off in the comments, and we can chat and talk about how life is going. I took a bit of a dive. So my grad program is really cool for the because oh crap, I lost a conveyor tube. So let's put that down right away. My grad program is kind of nice because we're all supposed to be, and we are honestly really good friends. And it's really fun to, to go to school with your friends. And there's also a really heavy emphasis on looking out for each other and stuff. That being said, it's a little bit complicated. Where's my... I just want the passage door. Enclosed passage with door, that's what I want. It's a little bit hard because they're like, yeah, grad school is hard, so be there for each other. And I'm like, okay, I'll do my best to be there for everybody, right? And I'm actually, I'm doing pretty well in all my classes. I'm doing really well in my writing class, and in my stats class, I'm doing surprisingly well. Learning how to code in R, which is kind of fun. It's really fun, actually, and it's really useful. So now I can say I'm a coder, right? I'm a hacker, I don't know what. But again, having just a lot of fun doing stuff like that. And trying to, because I'm doing pretty well in the classes, trying to help people out and be kind of a resource to people if they need it. That being said, oh come on, why can't I do that? I need to drop a block right here. Apparently I do. Okay, let's, oh wait, no, that's the wrong spot for you. Need a block to go right. No, that won't work. How do I get this gosh dang? Okay, we're just gonna put a block in right there for now. Yeah, and so trying to help out and be a good person, like they're all telling me to do, when I overreached last week and really ended up in kind of a hard spot, just with everything that I had to do. Was really stressed, really wasn't feeling great, and that's part of the reason. I technically did have time to do some recording, but just with how my mind was feeling and stuff, I just couldn't do it, couldn't get it done. So yeah, if anybody's having a similar episode, feel free to let us know, and we'll see what we can do to help here in the channel, because we're all friendly people, right? My sister is trying to start a YouTube channel because she's a stay-at-home mom. She has 3 kids now. Where is my... Gosh dang it. Enclosed passage. Yeah, my sister is a stay-at-home mom, and she has 3 kids now, but her education and her background before she started having kids, they've all come pretty recently, was in training. She did training, studied exercise physiology when she was in college, and I'm looking for just the passage with 2 columns. Is that so hard? Enclosed passage. This guy. Enclosed passage pillar. Why are you so hard to find? And so she's trying to get back into that by, but she still has, 2 kids to take care of. Because her husband works for Nordstrom Corporate, actually. Former Army Ranger. He's kind of a scary guy. But, yeah, and so she was asking me things because she's trying to get started with just a little business, online business, based on, like she feels pretty passionate about training kids and people training their kids, and teaching your kids like wellness habits and stuff like that, and healthy eating and things like that. Because I should give this context. Another one of my family members has like 4 kids now, and those kids like spend all their time playing video games and eat nothing but chicken nuggets, and like it's not a they're not living a very healthy active life. And so my sister, the personal trainer, is thinking about that, and like how can she help honestly people like her figure out how to juggle priorities, and maybe do things like be a good mom and feed your kids good food or something. I don't know how I'm not explaining this very well, but as part of that, she's wanting to get going with a YouTube channel. I'm gonna go with this clean armor here, and then just go plain gray on these blocks here. She's trying to get a YouTube channel going, and like has no idea what she's doing. But she called me and had some questions for me on like how I've gotten going, which is kind of funny because I'm still like, weird to say, a little bit embarrassed almost about the fact that I have a YouTube channel. Like I don't really like people to know about it if I'm gonna know them in real life, if I'm gonna know them personally. I just like, I don't know, it's weird to talk about. But I did get the chance to talk to my sister about how great my community is and how I kind of got my start, which is just like, playing because I have fun. And I think people get that when you're trying to be authentic and you're just trying to do something because you enjoy it. I think people get that, and you can have some success that way. I've never been trying, and I never will make it to the point where I'm like the shiz and the go-to for all Space Engineers content, and that's okay with me, right? Just talking to my sister about, just find a niche if you can, and then just be genuine, and you'll probably end up with a good bunch of people who like to talk to you and like to follow you and are interested in what you're doing. So kind of me sharing my experience with her, my experience that you guys have given me, which I really appreciate. So thanks for being so great. Hope that's a good ego boost for y'all. We're going to up the radius here on this light. We're going to leave the fall off. We're going to turn down the intensity pretty far, and we're going to change the color to have a slight... I want it to have a slight greenish tint. Yeah, that's fine. My own headlamps are off, and I can see kind of okay here. I need to work on the lighting in this hall. It's a little bit dingy and dark. But now we have this gravity generator smack dab in the middle of the base, and so that should be a lot easier to work around and control. There we go. Okay, so that's mission 1 that I wanted to get done today. Mission 2 is going to be starting to sketch out. As I've said, I want kind of a big-ish structure up here, and the best way to go about that, I'm thinking, is some sort of, first let's get our interior walls here, and we'll just go with the light gray for now. And I'm thinking some sort of long thing with ribs going out like that way, and maybe even putting in 2 of them side by side or something like that would be kind of cool. Something like, I'm just going to sketch out here for a second. If we grab like this, and then we grab our light armor slopes and do like every other one, something like that-ish, and then in the middle here use like oh geez, what do I want to use here? Probably just the little one like this. The little sloped piece, like so. Yeah, something like that kind of progresses that direction. That is going to mean I'm going to have to cut through here, but I'm not opposed to that. I would rather leave like the bulk of this cool little rock ridge fin thing, but I should be able to make that happen. That's fine. And then we can use just the blocks like so, big square blocks, and then use the half pieces, the half armor blocks, in something like that kind of a way. And I could even continue that kind of a look on by doing something like that. And I kind of like that, actually. I think that's kind of cool. Nice. Good. Yes, you hear me congratulating myself, like, hey, good job, buddy. In fact, it might be worth it to continue this on for another block or two, although, you know what, I think that's fine. I think it's fine to put like a window here or a wall here or something like that. Yeah, that's kind of the look that I'm going for. Yeah, I am almost out of energy. I'm realizing that. That's going to be something that needs to happen pretty quickly, is getting our... I'm just going to jet over here. Is getting our medical room up and running, because I got the little survival kit, but I'd like a nice full medical room with like the... oh, jetpack is slow. With like the medical room plus the like some cryo bays or some beds and some medical equipment, that kind of stuff. But yeah, those of you who play Paradox games like Stellaris, that seems like the game that this crew would probably play most of all. Honestly, is Stellaris, space game and all. Probably one of the best 4X space games ever made, in my opinion. It's just a lot of fun. But Stellaris is also kind of annoying when you get things like well, the Paradox convention is going on right now, and you guys may have seen that Paradox announced a new update coming for Stellaris, which is relating to the to Federations. It's called the Federation update, and they're going to be really overhauling how Federations work, which is such a great thing, because right now, let me tell you, I freaking hate Federations. Like that, they are the #1 thing that get in my way of enjoying the game Stellaris, and they're going away, and it's going to be fantastic. I'm realizing that I want to actually make that a level shorter and have it be a little shorter. Ooh, okay, meteor storm inbound. These meteors are going to come at us out of the sun. We should be able to see those. Also, you guys may be noticing that you're having an easier time seeing as I'm playing. Oh, there they go. It's like they're all probably going to miss us. It's not going to stop my turrets from taking a few pot shots at them. Perfect. Yeah, as far as you guys being able to see, I went ahead and I removed the visual mod, Space Just Got Real. I do like playing with it, but I realized that I also like playing not with it. It's just kind of fun to be able to like actually see a lot of what's going on, see for a distance, to be able to see your entire base in one shot without it being super dark and scary and stuff. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with Space Just Got Real turned off. So I will probably leave it that way for now. Yeah, are you guys kind of seeing what I'm trying to go for here? Is this shape of a room? Yeah. In fact, I'll leave these bits here. What do I want to end up doing? Well, let's put the lid on this thing. Also, I need to think about how I'm going to get a conveyor line running up through here, and that is actually a really hard question. I freaking hate running conveyor lines, man. They are just so dang hard to deal with. Gosh, frustrating. Okay, so we come up the stairs, and we end up in this area here, and I'm thinking like a nice windowed view area. I know I'm putting in a lot of glass, which makes my base a lot less defendable, but whatever. I'm okay with that. We're relying on shields for most of our defensive needs anyway. Shields and a fair amount of DACA at this point, with all the turrets we've got plastered here and there. That big old battleship turret looks nice. I'm thinking like we close this one off, and like I can have a hall that runs along this way, and then rooms set into the side here. And then I'm actually thinking about a second one of these, like modules, like I'm making here with the steel blocks and everything. I'm actually thinking of putting in a second one that's like to the side of it, but also stepped up, like on the opposite side of where we are now, and then raised up above it by at least a block. So we get kind of this multi-level tiered thing going on. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think. If you have any ideas, of course, I'm happy to see those. Someone was asking me, and I've been thinking a little bit lately about, well, about the game and about some of the other alternatives and other options to the game. Oh, geez, what do I want to do up here? Do I want to continue with the this block for one? That is an excellent question. Let's go ahead and for right now put in a couple of these just to hold things for me. Somebody asked me if I'd played Empyrion, and yes, I have played Empyrion Galactic Survival. It's a fine game. I like the elements of it that are like PvE-ish. That's awkward. But like the different POIs that you can find and stuff like that, I think are really interesting. That's not where I want you to go. I want you to go right here. There we go. Yeah, the different POIs, like it just is a slightly richer game than Space Engineers from a PvE standpoint, and until fairly recently, from a decorative and really immersive decoration standpoint. Used to be in Empyrion Galactic Survival, they didn't have much in the way of decorations that you could do for your ships, or in Space Engineers they didn't have much. In Empyrion they've actually always had quite a lot, or at least as long as I've been playing the game, have had quite a bit. But that has changed a little bit with the Space Engineers Deco upgrade, and I feel like Empyrion probably prompted that. I know I, at least, played Empyrion, and then the reason I don't play a lot of Empyrion anymore is it's just not as deep as Space Engineers is, and I feel like I can do a lot more and ultimately be a lot more satisfied with my ships and my builds and stuff like that in Space Engineers than I can in Empyrion. Empyrion has a lot more cool shapes that you can use. You can, there and a lot of really cool textures. Actually, that's another thing that I'm glad Space Engineers has added is the whole texture and skin system. Even though some of them are paid, I'm happy to pay $3 to get like 4 different skins. And there's the water coming down the pipe next to my desk, which, by the way, will be going away soon, you guys. Get excited, right? I don't know if I've mentioned this in a video to you guys, but my wife and I are moving upstairs in our house and getting new renters in our basement, and so I will no longer have my gaming setup and everything in the basement next to the sewer pipe for the upstairs. Because whenever they flush or run the shower or anything like that, it's especially annoying when if I'm like trying to record and they're in the shower for like 30 minutes or something. It's like, oh, come on, I got a schedule to meet, kind of type thing. I don't know. Okay, something like that. I'm actually kind of digging. Yeah. You guys digging it? You guys feeling it? I don't know. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. But we'll have this kind of an area, and again, put in some windows here. And then I'm thinking, let's grab our interior walls. I like using interior walls for floors. I just like that little texture from the lit surface here. And it is lit, let me tell you. No. I just kind of like it. We have this. Let's say we have this hall that runs down like so. We'll put in. Oh, we can't put anything in right there, can we? We put something in here though. Oops. Wrong button. Yeah. So the days of the flush counter will soon be no more, which might make some of you sad, but most of us, including myself, should be pretty happy about that, just because, man, it's really annoying and really unprofessional to have that water sound. Someone, in one of the first episodes where that ended up happening that I made earlier this year, somebody said, like, man, I'm really impressed by a guy who can make a video like this that's pretty high quality, while also taking a shower the entire time. And I agree, that's kind of what it sounds like, which is, again, not the most professional and maybe not the most enjoyable thing to be listening to. But I've been constrained by the location of my desk and also my unwillingness to go out and buy a $300 mic that would cancel out that kind of background noise. Sorry guys, like, it's just, we all gotta prioritize somewhere, and my priority is, like, I like making videos, I'm just not gonna spend that much money making videos. If you can forgive me for, you know, cutting that kind of a corner. I can use here, actually, the, this guy. This lighted and closed passage extension. That'll be fine. Yeah, and then we'll have like a hallway or something that runs down. Ooh, that's welding right in my face. That runs down here, and then rooms and so forth over on this other side. And then just, I guess while we're here, we might as well start talking about, oh, it looks like I'm almost out of rest. We might as well talk real quick about what we're going to do with the next kind of module or capsule, and I'm thinking something like this. Yeah, this is working for me here. And then we're gonna want to get the little slope like here. And then the full armor blocks, which I keep misclicking. But anyway, yeah, long story short, I just like Space Engineers because, like, the physics is way better. I feel like you're more immersed in the things you're making as far as like a flyable ship goes and stuff like that. And especially since they're starting to add some of the decoration options to the game, I'm a real fan of that. So yeah, and so like a second tube-shaped structure out here, again, maybe with some windows right on this side so that we can look off into space, look at the moon over there, that kind of stuff. Alright guys, I am liking what I've come up with so far, and you may all be saying you've come up with basically nothing so far. You've come up with, you know, a hunk of iron that doesn't really serve a purpose as of yet. Not as of yet, no, but it will. It will. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut the episode here and go get to my cockpit and rest before I die. But I do thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. Please don't leave the channel. Please don't go away. And I'll see you next time.